Thanks, Daniel. Well, every Wednesday at this time, as you know, we have our political breakfast club. It's a highlight for all of us. A chance to catch... Yeah, I know. It is, Jack, isn't it? A chance to catch up with some up-and-coming MPs from the government side of the House and the opposition. You'll remember that Jacinda Ardern featured on the breakfast club as a young Labour MP, and look where she is now. But, you see, others can get a bit too big for their boots. This is what happened last week. Are you breaking up with us right here, right now?
It's not me. It's you.
The bromance is over.
So, we ask ourselves, has new Labour Minister Chris Farfoy dumped us or not? Let's cross now to Chris Bishop and see who's joining him this morning. Yeah, he has, hasn't he? And look, it's a very, very big welcome to Kieran McAnulty, Labour MP, who is now an honorary member of the Political Breakfast Club. Good morning, Kieran.
G'day, Hillary, how are you?
This is awkward for all of us.
Honorary member only. It's a, come on.
Yeah,
He's going to become a full member.
This is pretty awkward.
Going to become a full member. Look, we'll just give you a chance to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm actually from your old stomping ground, Hillary. I live in Masterton.
Do you know what? It's funny. When I saw your name, I thought, I know some McAnultys from my time as a young reporter in Masterton, but you would have been at primary school when I was a young reporter then.
Yeah, they definitely are my relations, and hopefully the apple has fallen quite far from the tree.
Is that Chris Farfoy in the background? Are you serious? He dumps us, but he still turns up.
He can't quite say that.
He can't quite keep away.
Chris Farfoy, if you could just come in, I've got a bone to pick with you. That was very
habit.
That was very cruel to break up with me on national television. What have you got to say for yourself?
Well, I've spoken to some officials who advised me that it wasn't the wisest thing or way to do it last week, so I had to come back and say
Look at this. He's, one weekend he's already talking like a minister. Officials have advised me. I am informed.
So this time last week, just to recap, you said you were going to ask the boss whether you could stay on. She clearly said no.
Well, I didn't actually ask her, but yeah, sorry. Tell me what. But I can't make it every Wednesday, and I just don't want to be cruel like that, Hillary, to you and Jack. It's not fair.
Well, I'm very upset, Hillary, as you know.
No surprises there.
The bromance is over. I mean, Kieran and I had a beer last week, and we got to know each other a little bit, so I'm looking forward to it.
So how do you think it feels to me?
But I also have a farewell gift for Fuffs.
Oh, this is lovely.
Because it's been a good 18 months or so. Can I just say what this is? This is a box of goodies from the Hut. It features a whole range of fine Hut products. Good Fortune coffee and Zany Zeus and Giannis Bakeria, things, all sorts of things. And it's from a young enterprise company in the Hut, from Hut National Boys School. It's called Taste of Your Town.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is an opportunity.
It's a great gift box. So, awesome Hut products. Mate, it's been a great 18 months.
And I've got a gift from Scotland.
Don't forget us. Oh, from Scotland.
Oh, look at the wrapper.
Which I've had to wrap in the sports page of the Dominion Post.
Oh, very good.
It's a bit inappropriate to show that on morning TV.
Oh, don't open it now?
No, not right now.
Not right now. Okay.
You can get into that a
for
bit
you guys
later.
in the mail as well.
Oh, that's so lovely. Well, we will miss you, Chris Farfoy, but lovely to see you for a proper farewell this time. It did get rather awkward last week. We'll let you go. We know you're very, very busy.
We can still be friends.
We'll still be friends. We know you're very busy with ministerial things.
I'll go and leave it to Kieran and Bish.
Fantastic stuff. Cheerio.
See you guys. Thank you.
Okay, well, you two can settle in, put the gifts down, because, you know, things get real now, because I start asking the tough questions. Right, first of all, fun's over. Foreign speculators. Labour, of course, announcing that they'll be banned from buying residential dwellings. Chris Bishop, National said that this would scupper the TPP. Labour says that's not true.
I don't know if we said it would scupper the TPP.
Oh, you said all these trade deals would be in trouble?
Well, I don't think there's anyone doubts that it's legally quite a complicated situation, which is why Labour's having to tread very carefully around what they're doing. It's not actually a ban, you know, they're just reclassifying particular classes of property and saying, you know, residential property is now sensitive. It's not actually a ban, and it's a very legally tricky area. So there are still issues with trade deals.
Kieran, how are you going to ensure that foreigners don't buy houses through trusts and other means?
Well, that's, the specific details are going to come out with the legislation that's presented to Parliament. We've got a very short time frame because the TPP is set to be signed coming up, and we're hoping to be in a position to put that into effect here. And that's why it's come up as pretty much the first thing that we've put forward as our priority, because we have such a small window. So officials are working on that at the moment, and the feedback we've had is that this is being received pretty positively, actually, because it's pretty clear that our priority is to ensure that Kiwis can buy homes, and if you've got the right to live here, you've got the right to buy here.
We spoke to the Property Institute earlier on. They don't think it's going to make a lot of difference.
Well, if it might not make a lot of difference in the current situation, but what we want to prevent is when the cycle comes back again, that foreign ownership does make a big difference. We really only have this one shot to change the classification of residential property to what we need to ensure that Kiwis have the right to buy, and those that have the right to live here have the right to buy as well. So it's our one shot, I suppose. Just
quickly before we go, I wanted to talk New Zealand-Australia relations. Chris Bishop, how much would you like to be a fly on the wall when Jacinda Ardern meets up with the Aussies?
I'd pay a bit of money for that. I think it's interesting they're talking tertiary education, and Chris Hipkins, who's the Minister for Tertiary Education, not going. You've just got to ask yourself why that is.
Yeah, I don't think we need to ask too long. Do you think we've got some making up to do here?
I think Chris just has to have a yarn to his cuzzy over there and Juliet and tell her to calm down a wee bit, and I think we'll be good as gold.
You know, we're often confused for family members. No, it's no relation.
You look so similar as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I'm just as Felton as she is.
Hey, it's lovely to talk to you both this morning. I know we didn't spend too long on the tough topics this morning, but it's nice to get to know you a little bit, Kieran, and welcome to the Breakfast Club, and a very warm farewell to Chris Farfoy as well.
See you fast, and welcome, Kieran.
Yeah,
Cheerio, guys.
Thanks,
guys. 26 past 8 on Breakfast with Simon.